Have you ever looked in the mirror and noticed subtle changes in your body, leaving you wondering if it's simply normal aging or something more significant? As men age, their bodies begin to display certain physical signs, some quite noticeable, others much more subtle, and one you might even detect by scent before it's visually apparent. These changes aren't random occurrences. Rather, they're clear indicators of how your body gradually adapts over time. In today's video, we'll reveal 4 distinct signs of aging commonly experienced by older men. You'll learn about one that's related to a unique odor, 2 physical features that become noticeably larger, and one that gradually shrinks with age. Some of these transformations happen so gradually, you might not immediately realize they're occurring, while others might surprise you suddenly one day. How many of these signs have you already noticed in yourself? Stick with us until the end, because you might finally uncover explanations for changes you've observed but never fully understood. By the conclusion of this video, you'll not only recognize these aging markers, but also understand clearly what's happening to your body and, importantly, what steps you can take to manage or even improve these conditions. Ready to get started? Let's dive in. 1. The unmistakable smell of aging. Have you ever noticed that certain distinct smell commonly associated with older adults? If you've spent time visiting elderly relatives or perhaps assisted living communities, you might be familiar with this particular scent. It isn't related to hygiene habits or choice of fragrance. It's something deeper, rooted within the body's biochemical changes. As men grow older, their skin undergoes changes at the cellular level, leading to the creation of a compound known as non-enol. This unique odor, often described as slightly grassy, waxy, or musty, results from the oxidation of fatty acids within aging skin. Unlike typical body odors caused by bacteria interacting with sweat, non-enol is resistant to standard cleansing methods. It stubbornly clings to skin and fabrics, explaining why the smell can persist despite regular showers and laundry. Take Michael, a 72-year-old retired professor who first noticed an unfamiliar scent on his favorite jacket. Initially, Michael believed the odor came from mold or mildew, thinking perhaps he'd left his jacket in a damp environment. However, after multiple washes and even dry cleaning without success, he realized the source wasn't external, but rather something originating from his own skin. One day, a friend gently remarked that he smelled like old parchment and dried leaves, a common description of non-enol. This observation prompted Michael to research further and discover the real cause behind the persistent smell. So, what practical steps can you take if you notice this change in yourself or a loved one? Firstly, incorporate exfoliation into your skincare routine. Regularly removing dead skin cells can effectively reduce the buildup of oxidized fatty acids, diminishing the odor's strength over time. Consider gentle body scrubs or exfoliating gloves to make this part of your weekly routine. Secondly, regularly laundering clothing and bedding using vinegar solutions can neutralize odors more effectively than regular detergents alone. White vinegar, known for its odor-eliminating properties, can be added to your laundry to help remove stubborn scents. Thirdly, focus on maintaining hydration levels to support healthier skin. Proper hydration aids in keeping your skin balanced and can mitigate some biochemical processes associated with aging. Drinking plenty of water and using moisturizing skincare products can both contribute significantly. Lastly, incorporate foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, such as salmon, flax seeds, walnuts, and chia seeds, into your diet. These nutrients help combat oxidative stress and may reduce the intensity of non-enal production at a cellular level. Understanding the underlying reason for this unique scent is empowering. It reminds us that these changes are entirely natural aspects of aging. However, by proactively adjusting skincare routines and dietary choices, older men can manage these changes comfortably and confidently, improving overall quality of life. 2. A growing midsection you can't ignore. Have you recently noticed that your waistline is expanding, even though you haven't significantly changed your eating or exercise habits? A larger belly is a common and often frustrating sign of aging among men. Yet, contrary to popular belief, this isn't merely about overeating or skipping workouts. It reflects deeper physiological changes happening as you grow older. With age, men experience a natural decline in metabolic rate and muscle mass. Simultaneously, hormonal shifts, particularly decreased testosterone levels, make it easier for the body to store fat around the midsection. Even if you're consuming the same number of calories as you did in your younger years, these calories are now more likely to convert into abdominal fat because your body isn't burning energy as efficiently as before. Let's consider William, a 73-year-old retired architect. Throughout his life, William had maintained a fairly consistent weight. However, around age 70, he began noticing something puzzling. His clothes, especially his trousers, were becoming tighter around the waist. Initially, William attributed this to slight dietary indulgences or reduced activity. Yet, despite making deliberate efforts to monitor his meals and maintain daily walks, his midsection continued to expand. He was particularly concerned when simple movements, like bending to tie his shoes or getting up from his favorite armchair, began to feel cumbersome and uncomfortable. The issue William faced goes beyond mere aesthetics. Excess belly fat, especially in older men, is linked to increased risks of cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, and even impaired cognitive function. The abdominal fat that accumulates during aging is metabolically active, meaning it releases inflammatory substances into your bloodstream, impacting your overall health and well-being. So what can you do if you're experiencing a growing waistline and reduced comfort? First, integrating moderate-intensity cardiovascular exercises, such as cycling, swimming, or aerobic classes, can significantly enhance your metabolism and burn calories more effectively. Cardiovascular training not only helps reduce belly fat, but also supports heart health and endurance. Second, consider practicing intermittent fasting, an eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and regular eating. Studies suggest intermittent fasting can help improve insulin sensitivity, balance hormone levels, and reduce abdominal fat accumulation. For instance, a popular method involves fasting for 16 hours per day, often overnight, and eating meals during an 8-hour window. Third, include probiotic-rich foods such as yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, and other fermented items in your diet. Probiotics support gut health and aid in efficient digestion, potentially decreasing bloating and abdominal fat storage. Finally, ensure you manage stress effectively, as chronic stress contributes significantly to belly fat due to increased cortisol production. Engaging in activities such as mindfulness meditation, yoga, or simply spending relaxing time outdoors can significantly lower stress hormones, benefiting both your mental well-being and waistline. Understanding that increased belly fat is partly due to hormonal and metabolic shifts, not just lifestyle choices, allows you to address the issue more holistically. With consistent cardiovascular exercise, mindful eating practices like intermittent fasting, probiotic-rich foods, and effective stress management strategies, you can regain control of your body's changes and enjoy healthier, more comfortable years ahead. 3. Ears that keep growing. An aging mystery explained. Have you ever glanced at an old family photo and suddenly thought, "Have my ears always been this big?" If so, you're not alone. And no, you're not imagining things. As men age, their ears actually continue to grow, becoming larger and more noticeable over time. But what's causing this unusual phenomenon? The growth of your ears throughout your life is due primarily to cartilage, the firm yet flexible tissue that provides structure to your ears. Unlike bone growth, which typically stops in early adulthood, cartilage growth continues slowly but steadily, decade after decade. Additionally, the effects of gravity pull your ears downward over time, stretching them and causing them to appear longer and more prominent. Consider Peter, a retired 79-year-old accountant who recently attended his 55th high school reunion. Looking through old yearbooks with his former classmates, Peter jokingly commented that his ears seemed to have doubled in size since graduation. After returning home and examining himself more closely, he realized his ears were indeed noticeably larger and droopier compared to his youthful photos. It wasn't just Peter. His classmates noticed similar changes in themselves, sparking lively conversations about their aging ears. For many older men, enlarged ears can cause self-consciousness or even mild embarrassment, despite being a normal part of aging. While larger ears don't typically indicate health problems, understanding what's behind this change can help you feel more at ease and proactive about it. So, what practical steps can you take if you're concerned about your ears continuing to grow and become more prominent? Firstly, adopting hairstyles or haircuts that partially cover or soften the appearance of larger ears can help boost your confidence. Longer or layered hairstyles, in particular, can visually balance the ears and draw attention to other facial features. Secondly, pay attention to skin care specifically targeting the ears, an often overlooked area. Using firming creams rich in vitamins A and E can help maintain skin elasticity around your ears, reducing drooping and sagging caused by gravity. Thirdly, wearing hats or caps when outdoors not only provides protection against harmful UV rays, but also helps preserve your skin's elasticity and texture. Sun damage contributes significantly to skin loosening around the ears, so protecting this sensitive area can slow down the stretching effect. Lastly, consider facial exercises or massages that promote circulation and help tone the muscles and tissues around your ears. Although cartilage growth is natural and can't be reversed, improving blood flow and muscle tone in your facial area can help maintain firmness and possibly reduce the rate of sagging over time. Ultimately, the fact that your ears continue to grow slightly throughout your life is simply another unique aspect of aging. No different from developing gray hair or wrinkles. Embracing these changes with humor and grace is part of enjoying your older years fully. By proactively managing your appearance and understanding the reasons behind these physical changes, you can age confidently, knowing you're taking thoughtful steps toward maintaining your dignity and comfort. 4. Disappearing. Calf muscles. The hidden effect of aging. Have you recently glanced down at your legs and thought, "Where did my calves go?" If you've noticed your once strong calf muscles thinning and losing definition, you're experiencing a common yet often overlooked sign of aging: muscle atrophy in the lower legs. Unlike belly fat that increases, calf muscles tend to shrink as men age, which can impact not only your appearance but also your mobility and independence. Why does this happen? The process is linked primarily to declining hormone levels, particularly testosterone and growth hormone, which naturally diminish as men grow older. This hormonal shift reduces the body's ability to maintain muscle mass. Additionally, as we age, our overall activity levels typically decrease. Even if you remain active, your daily activities may no longer engage your calf muscles as effectively as they once did. Take Stephen, a 72-year-old retired postal worker, as an example. Throughout his career, Stephen regularly walked several miles each day on his delivery routes, keeping his legs, especially his calves, muscular and strong. However, after retiring and reducing his daily activity levels, he began noticing significant changes in his lower legs. While his upper body and waistline showed signs of aging differently, Stephen's calves became noticeably thinner and weaker. Tasks that were once easy, such as climbing stairs or standing up quickly, became increasingly challenging. Initially, Stephen dismissed these changes as inevitable parts of aging. However, upon researching further, he discovered that calf muscle shrinkage could indeed be addressed and improved. The issue with calf muscle loss isn't purely aesthetic. There are important functional implications. Weak calves can compromise your balance, increase your risk of falls, and make everyday tasks like walking or standing more difficult and uncomfortable. Studies consistently show that maintaining calf strength is crucial for sustained mobility, independence, and quality of life in older adults. So, what alternative solutions can you implement if you're noticing your calf muscles shrinking? First, consider incorporating balance-focused exercises into your routine. Activities like yoga, tai chi, or even simple standing balance exercises significantly engage your calf muscles, enhancing their strength, stability, and flexibility. Improved balance not only supports calf muscle health, but also reduces the risk of falls. Second, aquatic exercises like swimming or water aerobics offer gentle yet effective resistance training that targets your lower body muscles without excessive strain. The natural resistance of water allows you to strengthen your calves safely and comfortably, making it an ideal option for older adults. Third, Including magnesium-rich foods such as nuts, seeds, whole grains, and leafy green vegetables in your diet can help improve muscle function. Magnesium plays a vital role in muscle health and recovery, potentially reducing muscle loss and improving overall muscle function over time. Finally, try incorporating daily stretching routines specifically targeting your calves. Regular stretching improves blood circulation, maintains muscle length, and supports better muscle tone and definition. Simple stretches like wall calf stretches, seated calf stretches, or using resistance bands can greatly benefit calf health. Understanding the reasons behind shrinking calves empowers you to proactively manage this natural aspect of aging. While you can't entirely reverse the clock, taking these simple yet effective measures can significantly slow muscle decline and maintain stronger, healthier calves. By addressing this issue early and consistently, you'll preserve mobility, strength, and independence, ensuring you remain active and confident throughout your later years. Conclusion: embracing aging with strength and purpose. Aging is a natural part of life, an inevitable journey we all take. It's not something to fear, but rather something to understand and accept with grace. The changes that come with age are not signs of weakness. They are reflections of a life well lived, of experience earned, and of wisdom gathered over time. Take Leonard, for example, a 77-year-old former mechanic who once dreaded the thought of aging. He used to see every wrinkle, every change in his body as a loss. But after adopting healthier habits and shifting his perspective, Leonard now views each sign of aging as a symbol of resilience. He walks daily, eats clean, and even joined a local community class to stay engaged. His energy improved, and more importantly, so did his confidence. This transformation isn't unique to Leonard. It's something anyone can experience. That's why it's so important to maintain healthy routines. Staying physically active, eating a balanced diet rich in nutrients, and nurturing your mental health are powerful ways to slow down the effects of aging and improve your quality of life. Every sign of aging, whether it's a softer voice, a slower step, or a wiser gaze, carries meaning. They are reminders of the life you've lived and the strength you've built. Instead of resisting these changes, honor them, learn from them, grow through them. Now, we invite you to be part of the conversation. Have you noticed signs of aging in yourself? What has helped you feel stronger or more confident as you've grown older? Share your experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear your story and learn from your journey. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more practical tips and meaningful content about healthy aging. Your support allows us to continue creating videos that inform, inspire, and uplift older adults around the world. Aging is not the end. It's a powerful continuation. Let's embrace it together.